Why is Maitreya Buddha Maitreya Buddha? Because Buddha's enlightened light comes out from Maitreya Buddha's body. That's the point. Understood? So, in terms of Christianity that believes in God, it means a sword comes out from the mouth, from the body. Understood? Everyone, the photos I've taken, I've hung up countless many of them, right? If you look, hands, feet, chest, abdomen, head, there's no place the light doesn't come out from, right? This isn't just words if you take a picture. The light is just intensely captured, the emerged light is captured, right? Looking at that, it means there is the Buddha's enlightened light that can enlighten, save living beings. That's the point. Do you understand? That's why it's precious. People of Yonghwa temple, well, it's unlikely they would. But looking at people who don't attend Yonghwa temple, most people are doing strange behaviors. Most of them. People shouldn't treat people carelessly. You don't know who that person is, right? Isn't that right? You shouldn't treat people carelessly. I tell you, if you treat people carelessly, nothing works out. Everyone, take a look once. See if it's a lie. Treating Maitreya Buddha carelessly, telling him to die every day, in a single day. Hundreds of text messages and calls would come, cursing with all sorts of profanities. They did that. Monks did. But to the Messiah Maitreya Buddha who manifests in the world with this precious Buddha's enlightened light, because they curse and act carelessly like that, is Buddhism working out these days? Go see. Am I lying? It's totally failing. It's big trouble ahead. Big trouble. If Buddhism continues this way, it will eventually disappear. What's the point of building a big temple? That sort of thing. Now it's like some museum. People just go to look around and leave. That's what it is. People who go there to put in devotion. Such people will all disappear more and more now. If it continues like this, there needs to be some good point, something new, a good aspect to go to a temple. There's none, right? And as the world keeps developing like this, the concept of religion has largely disappeared. Also, since I put this good sermon out into the world, religion doesn't have much meaning. So, things have changed a lot recently. I tell you, our YouTube, the sermon put out, how many people watch it? It surpassed 100 million views, right? It surpassed 110 million views. In religion, where are there people who watched YouTube that much? Nowhere in the world. And humans, who like what's called joy, anger, sorrow, and pleasure, eating, enjoying, playing, we like that kind of thing, right? Because we like singing, enjoying, things like that. Besides that, there aren't really people who watch YouTube this much. In the world, there are none. So Maitreya Buddha, it is said, has a sword come from his mouth. A sword according to Christian terminology, got it? That sword refers to Buddha's enlightened light. Buddha's enlightened light. So it's precious. If someone says, while alive, I went every week to listen to the sermon of Maitreya Buddha and learn the enlightened teachings, then that person has already come to Yonghwa and learned Buddhism, so the path they take is different. That's why, in corporate lectures, those who have heard it once and those who haven't, there's an indescribable difference. These days semiconductors don't sell well, right? Semiconductor factories aren't doing much now. Why is that? Because semiconductors belong to a particular era. They are not something that humanity will rely on for the next few decades or centuries. Understand? They belong to just one era, and then things change. So we must develop something better than semiconductors ahead of time. Otherwise, when a limit is reached, they won't be used anymore. Nowadays, strange things are coming out, and AI is doing all sorts of mysterious things. So the world is changing like that. It changes by the day, which means what I have now won't always be with me. Religion is the same. In the past, Buddhist or Christian sermons or lectures were effective, but now people don't listen to them. That's why this sermon I speak of is the gateway that will be precious to humanity for hundreds, even thousands of years. Didn't I tell you? In the future, humanity must live by Buddha's enlightened light. Buddha's enlightened light is Gong thought Gong Sasang. Gong is something that never disappears, always exists, can be seen and verified with the eyes, and can be seen whenever I want to see it had as Gong thought Gong Sasang. That Gong thought Gong Sasang will be how humanity lives for thousands, even 10,000 years into the future. That Gong thought Gong Sasang is the most precious thing in this world. As I've said before, when humans are born, they live maybe 100 years at most, right? But in the future, when humanity changes through Gong thought Gong Sasang, we won't die. We'll live for hundreds of years. Even the shortest life would be 500 or 1,000 years. Looked, here are trees that live 1,000 years. If humans, the precious beings who govern the world, die living less than trees, would that make sense? Of course not.
56억 7천만 년 후 미륵부처님께서 오신다. 이것은 사실인가 아니면 조작된 낭설인가? 조회수 1억 회를 돌파한 한국 불교의 기념비적 법문의 탄생. 안양 수리산 용화사 용화미륵대불 특별 법문 125부. 만물의 기본 원리 공사상. 생명의 모태 광명의 빛. 살아있음의 증거 연기법. 사후세계의 진실 윤회와 환생. 수천 년간 왜곡되어 전파된 기존 불법에 모순된 깨우침. 그 뒤틀린 이치를 바로잡다. 안양 수리산 용화상 용화미륵대불 특별 법문 125부. 지금 바로 확인하세요.
우주 만물의 법칙, 공사상. 공사상의 창시자, 용화미륵부처님의 가르침. 깨우친 부처는 몸에서 빛이 나오시며 광명의 빛으로 중생을 구제하신다. 만물을 창조하는 태양의 빛이 광명의 빛이며 인간이 환생하게 할 수 있는 것은 오직 깨우친 부처님의 광명의 빛이다. 살아계신 부처님의 광명의 빛, 그것이 곧 공사상이다. 수계를 받는다는 것은 광명의 빛, 즉 공사상을 내 몸 안에 품는 것이다. 죽음 이후 윤회는 없고 단지 모든 것은 소멸될 뿐이다. 깨우친 부처님의 광명의 빛으로 수계를 받으면 죽은 뒤에도 용화 세계를 볼 수 있는 눈을 갖게 된다. 천도와 수계는 깨우친 부처님의 광명의 빛을 통해서만 가능하다. 죽어서 천도받지 말고 살아있을 때 수계를 받아라. 보고, 듣고, 확인할 수 있는 것만을 믿고 따르라. 죽은 것은 연기할 수 없고 오직 살아있는 것만이 연기할 수 있다. 금을 인위적으로 만들 수 없듯이 부처는 처음부터 부처로 오는 것이지 기도나 참선으로 중생이 부처가 될 수는 없다. 단 수계받은 자는 광명의 빛을 받아 생불이 될 수 있다. 이 모든 공사상은 용화미륵부처님에 의해 창조되었다. 하늘과 땅, 바다와 산처럼 생명과 창조의 근원이며 한계가 없는 영원 불멸의 진리, 공사상. 용화미륵부처님의 공사상을 매주 일요일 안양 수리산 용화사에서 직접 보고 듣고 만나보십시오.
예수님의 12제자, 석가모니 부처님의 안한존자, 그리고 깨우쳐 오신 미륵부처님의 공서상을 세상에 알린 해명 해우 스님. 출가 그리고 수행. 석가모니 불께 수기를 받고 미륵부처님을 만나 미륵불법을 펴기까지 조회수 100만 회를 돌파한 해명 해우 스님의 출가 수행기. 불교의 현주소. 천도되지 못한 부모님과 끝없는 천도제의 굴레. 정직한 수행자의 비참했던 과거부터 깨우쳐 오신 생불 용화미륵부처님을 마주하기까지. 거짓 천도제와 잘못된 가르침으로부터 기도하고 빌어서는 이룰 수 없다는 진리를 깨닫기까지. 살아계신 미륵부처님의 몸에서 나오는 광명의 빛을 처음 마주한 살아있는 증인의 생생한 목소리와 진리를 관통하는 깨우친 출가 수행기. 해명 해우 스님의 출가 수행기. 지금 바로 확인하세요.